Hey, speakers, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and let's get started. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone is doing well. I know it's been a minute. I think my last video was the recap of Queen Sheba's interview with Martell Holt. So it's been a minute, been kind of busy, but as you can see on my thumbnail, I'm here to give my opinion on this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville and kind of do a recap and review. Now, of course, before we deep dive and get into everything, please go ahead and like the video. Join the family if you have not by hitting that subscribe button, and also turn on those notification bells so you'll be notified whenever I upload another video. Now, if by any chance you hear a dog barking, unfortunately, we got a new puppy and it is a hot mess, y'all. Please know it's a hot mess. But anywho, y'all, going right into the episode where we see where Marcel and Tisha are kind of going over and discussing their supposedly dream home that we have been hearing about for several seasons. Now that is something I must say they have in common with She by She Not, because we all know that it took her a while to get her dream home, and it looks as though it's about the same course with this in them. Several seasons we've heard them supposed to be breaking ground and building up, and the last we saw it was still empty land, which it has been kind of speculated that we're not even sure if they own the land. But that's another story for another time. But anyways, Tisha says that from the looks of it, it'll be another 2 to 3 years before they're able to move. Now, supposedly they've moved into a smaller where they've downsized. I'm assuming, I don't know, to save money. I don't know who does that, being that they're supposedly allegedly millionaires. So I'm not sure who does that, but unfortunately they decide to do it and be uncomfortable. Anywho, but yeah, they go on and say that it'll be another couple of years before they move. They kind of go into Marceau, letting Tisha know, okay, why y'all didn't tell me about Tiffany? And he had this smirk on his face, like he was just ready to spill the tea. Now, I ain't knowing too many men that like to gossip like that, you know. But he was here for the gossip. When I tell you he was here for it, he was here for it. So he tells Tisha all about the conversation, or should I say the ambush that him and Martell had with Tiffany in reference to Sheree. And pretty much Letitia says that, Tiffany shouldn't be speaking on nobody's marriage, as she say, because, it has been alleged that Tiffany has cheated as well. And we see that they gonna just drag this on, I'm assuming, for the rest of the season, about Tiffany alleged cheating or however. Girl, just say what you need to say. You keep threatening and saying and making all these accusations. I'm starting to believe that really and truly it's nothing to it, but it just sounds good for the moment. But anyways, Marcel also tells Tisha about the, you know, comment of what I guess pretty much she asked Sheree, do she think that her, her PJ would be, sufficient enough for Martell, I'm assuming, not to cheat on her because I guess Mel wasn't up to par. And, Tisha looking all like a deer in the headlights, which to me that was kind of reaching. But of course, Tiffany, as I said in my last video, she's doing what she feel needs to be done to secure her spot. But then we go on to see where Tiffany and Lou is at the house. She tells Lou about the meetup, or in other words, the ambush with Martell and Marceau. And she did tell him about what all she said. Now Lou, he was like, "You actually said that?" Like even he was kind of in disbelief that you came at this, this lady the way you did. And under any other circumstance, I would say, yeah, Tiffany was out of line. But again, this is a reality show, and she trying to secure her spot. So go off, honey. Do what you got to do to keep your spot. And so Lou then says, I'm sorry, then Tiffany says that Marcel called her a Karen. And Lou is acting like he don't even know what a Karen is. He is talking about a Karen. I guess Lou ain't in the social media, honey. He been under a rock because he don't even know what Karen is. Lou then said that Martell called him any other time, and he just wondering why Martell didn't bother to call him in reference to that. And he said that, he gonna have a conversation with him. We next see where Kimmy and Maurice is coming from the doctor, and pretty much they are approaching, the time for her to start her treatments. Kimmy is saying that her hair is growing back and she's feeling pretty again. And to me, even when Kimmy cut all her hair off, she was still a beautiful woman. She is very, very beautiful. We can't deny that. She said that she knows that, you know, intimacy has been less, but it's for him because of her illness. And that's totally understandable. I can't imagine no one not being able to understand that when things aren't right with your body, it's a great chance that this is something that will happen. I mean, things that not is not as serious as the condition she has can sometimes cause that your intimacy level to decrease. So I can't even imagine going through something like this. Kimmy said that pretty much that her libido has dropped, and but she do initiate it about 50% of the time. But she had to admit that pretty much she faking it, honey. She just know that how important it is to Maurice. So she feels as though, I guess, let me go ahead and do what I need to do before he, uses as excuse to step out, because we have heard him in past seasons complain about the lack of. We know he was basically saying he wanted to be a jackrabbit all day, every day. And we just got to must admit, Kimmy is, she's of the age, she's of the age. And just sometime with life and you happen to handle your business, sometimes that just, kind of take a back burner. So 2-3 times a day, like really, like you acting like a high school boy to me. But anywho, he was kind of shocked about that, and pretty much, you could tell he wasn't pleased with that. What it did, hit your ego. Oh well, get over it. Please get over it. So then we also go where we see where Kimmy is meeting up with Andrea, and pretty much Andrea, Kimmy shares with Andrea, the issues and everything that's been going on with her, and her intimacy level with Maurice. And pretty much Andrea just tells her that, she should try, different mood, changing the mood, such as music and candles and all of that. And Kimmy said that, sometimes it's, she don't feel pretty. And that's totally understandable when you're going through some things, and it may not be as though you feel your best. And although we would expect for our partner to love us regardless, sometimes it can play a part in us having that insecurity. So I definitely understand what she is saying. We then move on to, I guess, the highlight of this show here for this week, and that is at Tiffany's baby shower. Now, of course, we see where here we're at the baby shower, and everyone is arriving. And Maurice asks Letitia, well, where's Marcel? Letitia made it her business to let him know and let everybody know that he not feeling Tiffany right now. Letitia go on to tell, Kimmy and Nell pretty much what happens. And then we see where Mel arrived there at the baby shower. So of course she joined them. Stormy and Maurice is, they all sat down. And of course Tisha started to talk. So when Mel came over, pretty much all she, she just decided that, they all, kind of sat there and I guess in all like, okay, here go Mel, let me hush. So I'm assuming that Tisha, I guess, didn't want to make it seem, odd, like, okay, yeah, we was just over here talking about you, so let me go ahead and tell you what we talking about. Although we know that you wanted to go ahead and be the bearer of that news, because in my opinion, you'll do anything to kind of take a jab at Mel, because at the end of the day, this was about her, and you rather talk about her and what she has going on than to talk about what you got going on with your own husband. But okay, carry on. The same way you sitting up here talking about how Tiffany don't need to be talking about people about certain things, it's the same way we can feel about you. Don't sit up here and ask people their business when you're not ready to share yours. Practice what you preach. But anywho, so then Tisha tells Mel what happened between Tiffany and Sheree, and Mel was like, nah, this ain't it. She got up and she said that this is her time to go fix her plate, because she didn't want to hear all that, and I don't blame her. She and Mel said in a confessional, that is the reason why I stay to myself, because who got time for all of that? Stormy then goes on to say that when Mel rejoined, Stormy goes on to say that Sheree said that, or insinuated that Mel was a fan. So Mel pretty much said, she kind of explained, how that happened or whatever, and let her know that nah, I didn't have nothing to do with being a fan, which we already knew that, because Mel explained how the interaction between her and Sheree had happened, and basically they were both at an event that Mel was a host at, or Mel was actually, I think it was something with the book signing or something, and Mel actually was more of a star of the show or the event than Sheree was, because Mel actually has a book and Sheree don't. So okay, so who's really a fan? But anywho, so then we see where Martell and Marceau actually show up together, both of them looking guilty as ever. But anywho, Mel said, "Look, nah, I ain't gonna be caught up in here with him. Let me go ahead and go." So she got up and she said, "Okay, this is my time to go," and she got up to leave. Martell said that basically he came to talk to Lou and he ain't got time to worry about Mel, which we all know that's a lie. You wasn't gonna get a chance to talk to Mel anyway, because she probably was halfway out the door, and she had to hurry up and do that before you come chase her down talking about you need to watch her to a car. She ain't need that. So then Martell said that he did approach Lou and Marceau. I'm sorry, Marceau and Martell did go outside, and Martell goes on to tell Lou, about the situation with Sheree. Lou said that, of course, Sheree is a grown woman, and he felt as though Sheree should have handled it, herself. Lou asks, what is, and then he asks Marceau, and what is a Karen? You call my wife a Karen. What is the Karen? So Marceau goes on explaining to what he feels is a Karen. Martell also then goes on to say her excuse for pretty much, saying everything she said is because she's saying that she believe in blended families. And of course, Lou did try to clean it up the best way he could. They kind of exchanged words. Lou let it be known to Marceau, the next time there's a problem, I'm gonna go to your wife. And Marceau was like, nah, you ain't going to my wife. But that's kind of messed up that it was okay for you to approach his wife in something that really had nothing at all to do with you at all. But then you let it be known, nah, you ain't gonna approach my wife. So what make your wife any better than Tiffany? On the top of the fact that she's pregnant at this time. So then Martell said that um Lou felt that Martell should have came to him with it like he would do anything else. And Martell said, nah, I don't need to come to you first. She was there and I addressed it. Lou said that he knows that she was wrong. So to him, he do feel that he should have came to him instead of going to his pregnant wife. But he do feel that Tiffany should, she owes Martell as well as Sheree an apology. And then Marcel was like, yeah, and she owed me one. Nah, she don't owe you nothing. Matter of fact, again, why were you there, sir? Why were you there? we still trying to figure out how you made, but I get it. I got it. You needed a scene. I know. I know. So then they go back inside, and Tiffany is inside having a panic attack or something. She says she's nauseated and she's seeing stars, and pretty much that's where the show kind of ends. In my opinion, Tiffany knew she messed up. She knew she messed up. She knew they were outside discussing all of this. It was kind of getting heated because we all seen where Maurice even came outside because they could be heard inside. She ain't knowing what was going on outside, and basically she didn't want to look as though she was the wrong person. So let me play victim. I'm nauseated. I'm seeing stars. I don't know if I'm in labor or not, although I've had a child before. But yeah, Stormy said you need us to call 911 because you put 20 on 10, and in my opinion I feel as though she was trying to change the whole narrative of everything so it wouldn't look so bad on her. So let me play victim real quick, shed these couple of tears, so then no one will be upset with me. And pretty much that was just my opinion on that, because to me, I just don't believe that all of a sudden you having these issues. Now, as we all know, it could not have been anything serious because baby Ace is here and healthy. And thank God that she got over whatever's going on this scene. But in my opinion, I feel that it was fake. She knew she had been messed up, and pretty much she just wanted to stir the attention. And this is her way of doing so, acting like she's in distress. But anyway, that was all for this actually past episode. And this episode, actually looking at the ratings, actually came out to be the season high of 370,000 views for the week. So I do see where people have, tuned in. Um, it's actually, as they say, it is the highest for the season. So maybe everybody is kind of rocking the boat. Maybe everyone is getting what Mel is saying about going ahead and supporting the show. Because at the end of the day, it does help her out because she is a big part of the show. So that's good. But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much all I had. Nothing long. I should be back on this week. With just basically trying to just go over whatever is going on in these YouTube streets. I see Martell is still on it. We see Miss Belinda still, playing the secret lover. Mm-mm-mm. Boy, I don't know what it is with him and these women that he got, but baby, when I tell you close mouth, close mouth. That's it. But yeah, y'all, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about the past episode, as well as go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Turn on those notification bells so you'll be notified every time. And until next time, love y'all. Bye-bye.